mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings. Yeah. When you don't know what you're gonna do, and you're down and out, they're there for you. They be at the spot, they care for you. Oh, where for you? Yeah, they there for you. When you got good news, they went with you. Got your different views, still in with you. They stay with you, every day for you. Through the highs and lows, they stay for you. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to know that it's real. We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective, Atlas Collective. Through the stormy skies, they fight for you. When the world denies, they lie for you. They rock with you, on the block with you. Yes, they tick tock and lock with you. When things go wrong, they there for you. You haven't known them long and they're there for you. Always standing strong, they stand with you. So grand with you, yeah, they band with you. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to grow something real. We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective, Atlas Collective. We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective, Atlas Collective. Fight as a collective, do what's right as a collective. Move as one, won't quit till it's done. Focused and selective, Atlas Collective. Oh, it's so nice to feel appreciated and to know that it's real.
Una.
We're gonna fight every fight as a collective. We're gonna do just what's right as a collective. We're gonna move as one, never quit till it's done. Stay focused and selective, Atlas Collective. Stay focused and selective, Atlas Collective. Welcome to our team. What's it gonna be? We can serve your tea hot. We can make it ice cold. We can put it in a shot. Or we can make it real bold. Oh, oh. Beef on top of beef, oh yes. Yes, it's giving messy realness. We having black tea. So won't you come and take a sip? them streets, but it's caught between them lies. Who be grifting, who cheats, who be sending round them spies. Beef on top of beef all day, every day. Troublemakers put on display. Do you want some black tea? Won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea, taste of drama real good. Do you want some black tea in the YT neighborhood? You feel me? Feel me? Black tea, won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea, taste of drama real good. Do you want some black tea in the YT neighborhood? Do you want some black tea? Won't you come and take a sip? We serving black tea, but be careful not to slip. Black tea, taste the drama real good. Do you want some black tea in the YT neighborhood? Black tea,
Where everybody at?
black tea.
Where everybody at? Where everybody at?
Want some black tea? Once you know your role, then you're good as gold. But Cain slew Abel, so the story's been told. Got a lifetime of surprises, every day the sun rises. All I know is can't turn back, can't turn back now. Can't turn back, can't turn back now. Can't go back, can't go back. Can't turn back, can't turn back now. I lived on a tightrope, never wanted to leave center. Always trying to figure out love, I am not the inventor. Got a lifetime of surprises. What I realize is every day the sun rises. Can't turn back, can't turn back now. Can't turn back, can't turn back now. Can't go back,
You gotta just
can't go back.
think about it. The year is over with, y'all. The year is over with. Man, that's big. To say the least. Another year is gone. That's crazy. Another year. Another one.
Fade to turn back now. Can't turn back. Keep on
want to think that you got it already. Y'all don't want to listen to somebody telling you how to grow on a platform or how to do something. Y'all ain't listening to that person. Y'all think y'all already know it. So y'all waiting to the right person tell y'all how to do it. I don't want to listen to the person that know how to do it. I want to listen to somebody that y'all look up to. Y'all looking for the right person to tell y'all. That's different.
Keep on moving, turn back to the light. Turn back, keep on moving, turn back to what's right. Go back, keep on moving, go back to the light. Turn back, keep on moving, turn back to what's right. Yeah. There will be no going back.
Yo, listen, life is changing. The world is changing, man. Y'all come on in. Come on in, build the room, build the
I
room.
need them in the bush behind them trees. We
Build
give
the
it to
space,
you
build the
freely,
space.
please. Baby, don't you tease. Get them lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise the lights up. Get them to 100% for the Alice Fam event. Lights up, lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise them lights up. Get them to 100%. It's the Alice Fam event. Cause I know y'all wanna see it. Yeah, I know you wanna see it. Say you wanna see it. Yeah, I know you wanna see it. I know you wanna see it. Say you wanna see it. I know you wanna see it. Yeah, we say we need them. Cause it's no more freebies. You came here to see me, please. Baby, don't you tease. Get them lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise the lights up. Get them to 100% for the Alice Fam event. Lights up. Lights up. Get them lights up. Time to raise the lights up. Get them to 100%. It's the Alice Fam event.
So like I say, I always say, you know, spirituality is growing right now. No matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want to slice it or dice it, people are coming into different levels of understanding with this. And I don't think it matters what direction you go to. I don't think it matters what direction you know, are viewing this
Get them
from.
lights up.
It doesn't matter if you're coming from a Christianity background. It doesn't matter if you're coming from a Muslim background. Like, you know, you are coming into a grander understanding with your consciousness or the consciousness of yourself or whatever it is that you deem to be a consciousness of yourself. You're coming into a grander understanding of that. And that comes with you know, different dimensions of oneself or understanding different levels of oneself. You know, people always say like there's levels to this. So if there's levels to it, then it should be levels to your level of understanding when it comes to this also. So however you look at this, the world is changing. A lot of things is happening around us, and we need to know and we need to learn and we need to be able to understand in order to grow and ascend and to develop a greater inner growth, right? We have to grow inwardly too as we grow on this plane of existence, you know. So a man thinketh, so shall it be. A new heaven before a new earth. All of these things that is true to the biblical text, true to what we know to be, is, always was, and always will be. If you go back into our history, go back into different variations or levels to this, right? Go back into the emerald tablets or, you know, some of the books that was taken out of circulation, different things that talks about Ki Rasha energy or your Kundalini energy, so on and so forth. Elohim and what is Elohim. Um, Going back into the Lyrans and why the Lucifer comet entered back into the Lyran constellation as of 2024, 420 of 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So Lucifer's comet entered back into the Lyran constellation, and this goes back to the light that was taken from the Lyra constellations during the Lucifer rebellion or the Orion's wars. Now, people have fragments of this information in their memory, so it's fragments of this, the Galactic War. There's fragments of like Zeus and that battle that took place with the Titans and stuff, and this is why they repeat this over and over again. This is why they got networks like Zeus Network. This is why they got stars that's named after different things. This is why cars are named after Greek gods and so on and so forth. You know, they might have tricked us to make us think that it was a one god concept down here, but there was still a multi god system that was put in place down here that a lot of people, you know, um, go back to. But if we go back to the Celtic massacres and the Druid sacrifice, now remember Abraham came out, he met his wife, he met his wife's father. The wife's father taught him stuff. This was the Druid religion. During the Christian Crusade, they came along and the Druid religion was pushed out. A lot of people don't really know about the Druid religion. And this goes back to they later made a cartoon about the Druid religion. I think they called it Captain Planet. So if you go back to the Druid religion, who believed that we were born to all, different elements like, the trees, the, earth, wind, fire, heart, water, all of that stuff come together. Gaia being the consciousness of earth awares you to what's going on. You come together with these elements, form of alchemy, thus far bringing Captain Planet, so on and so forth. They do this, all the time. This goes back to that Celtic bloodline, when it goes back to like Ireland and stuff like that. They pushed us out. It was considered to be like the brotherhood of the snakes, but they considered to be like they were eliminating serpents, and then they later called that like St. Patrick's Day or whatever, you know what I mean? Um, but this was like they said that they got rid of serpents or whatever or snakes, but really they pushed out the secret of the Kundalini and the knowledge of the Kundalini. And then anyone who still celebrated it on April 1st was considered to be an April Fool's Day because you were a fool if you still celebrated it. This was around the same time the Gregorian calendar got switched, so on and so forth. So a lot of stuff took place and a lot of things were changed. And somehow we have to get the knowledge back. Yes, the history is still there of what was changed, so on and so forth, but the knowledge, right? So let's keep going. Let's learn. Let's dare to embark on this journey with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Our fire codes are waking up. These different DNAs are changing in our bloodstream and our bloodline, and we need to know about it. So let's embark on this with knowledge, wisdom, and try to understand. 2026 should be a time where we sit down in peace with one another and try to gather, what it is that we can do to make this better, to move forward, to grow and build with one another, thinking about ways of achieving a level of, unity that is beyond this plane of existence, beyond this world. So let's move into that form of enlightenment.
The authentic Celtic Essene groups from Hyperborea were the progenitors of the original Nazarene Christos teachings, preserving the knowledge of the original Diamond Sun Templar locations,
And
male
shout
and
out to the
female
multiple
Christos Sophia
platforms that
lines,
we are
historical
streaming
and
on.
angelic human
We are
genetic
on like
records for Earth
two
while she was under dark
YouTube
siege.
pages, two TikTok
The
pages,
Nazarene style of Christianity was
Twitch.
also known as the Celtic Church, thus, sadly, the ongoing covert genocidal agendas to eradicate these lineages that hold records of the Celtic Druid Grail bloodlines have a long history of repeated campaigns known as the Celtic massacres and Druid sacrifices. 2. Thothian betrayal of 11th tribe Essenes. Once again, those Essene tribes on the ground did not realize that both Thuban Star and the 11th Stargate had been invaded as the result of the 11th tribe's CDT plate being stolen along with Thoth's betrayal of the Melchizedeks, until the Celtic massacres and hunting down the Melchizedeks became painfully evident. Their Christos avatar consciousness was embodying the organic crystal architecture of Emerald Dragon timekeepers in the cosmic clock of the eons that was covertly hidden throughout the 11D Albion Lightbody network within many holographic features, such as in Malta, to be discovered later and reclaimed for the current final conflict timeline of the Christos mission. 3.
And the Bible told you these same different stories. They just probably told you it in a different format or a different way, you know. But they told you about a time where one would have to hide the essence or hide the people because they were, you know, unaliving, you know, those who followed Christ, so on and so forth. So they had to praise and worship in secrecy, always using the sign of a fish, so on and so forth. They tell you about this stuff. You know, they might not tell you when it took place or what year. They might have a lot of that stuff mixed up, you know, but you have a lot of these different forces down here, you know, these different, you know, entities, 72 demons of the soul of man, according to Solomon, right? You have different, you know, entities down here that tempt man down here, so on and so forth. Like, and maybe we became so ignorant to this that we ignore the fact that this is going on, that we ignore the fact that this is happening or whatever. But this is happening down here, and a lot of things are changing, you know what I mean? But as we move forward and we move through this, you know, 5D verse, or move into this 5D verse, right? You know, I think people are the problem as far as change go. Like, we don't want to admit that change is happening. We're stubborn, so we're set in our ways. But so much has changed around us, you know. And I want you guys to listen to this because this is titled "The Stairway to Heaven," but this is explaining to you the ascension process, the first God world creation, you know, Eucharistus, universal time matrix, the cosmic clock, so on and so forth. So these are things that you're going to hear during this time of ascension, during this spiritual awakening. Like, some people are going to be talking about this, they're going to be talking about spiritual discernment, so on and so forth. You'll hear a lot of people mimic this stuff, you know. Some of the higher ups, the elites, are going to start speaking of this higher notion of self, or at least trying to mimic this, because remember, they got to fake it till they make it. So once they see that the world is moving into a more spiritual aspect, right, they're going to try to sell us this, you know. They got to sell it back to us, you know. Supply and demand.
During this cycle of universal ascension, we are being reconnected through each of the stages that take us through the many layers of nested time matrices that lead us through the stairway to heaven. To be on the ascending path that takes us home through the stairway to heaven, here in this density, we must be placed on the evolutionary path of the Eucharista. This pathway reconnects us with the cosmic emerald heart flame of the cosmic God.
Can y'all hear it over there on your page?
Creation that is the ultimate threefold flame God source of our particular
Shake
manifested
your head,
world.
yes.
The stairway to heaven is incredibly complex and contains the God source threefold flames of many other parallel worlds in which our universal time matrix is ultimately interconnected. Cosmic Emerald Sun
Shake your
Awakening,
head, yeah.
Eucharista. Cosmic Clock Templar Ryush. On February 22, 2022, our planetary system begins the Cosmic Clock Ryush initiation of the central seed of the higher heart, or the Cosmic Emerald Sun Awakening into the path of the Eucharista. The universal time matrix begins to open the density locks leading directly into the higher inner God world realms, which begins to flood Cosmic Mother's aquamarine blue ray source of 0-point flames from within the diamond heart of the Cosmic Clock Shield Network.
And they tell you this stuff is happening now. They tell you all about this stuff happening, right? We might not want to understand it. We might not want to try to understand it. They tell you it's happening through solar flares, so on and so forth. They tell you so much energy is coming in through the sun. They tell you that this Atlas comet is behind the sun. They say it might be pushing out something. They don't know what's really going on. This is all speculation, of course. You know, this is no better than me telling you or explaining to you what's going on, you know, as opposed to them doing it. Except they want what they saying to be the end all be all, as opposed where I just want to hold a conversation about this. Something is changing in our universe, and that's something that's changing, you know, is changing us, you know, collectively. And you know, no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how you want to keep on trying to, you know, shift it, turn it around, make it seem like it's not happening, this is happening. It's happening. It is changing. So let's take a listen. And then, like, once again, I'm looking at a couple of different chats. I don't see a lot of activity in the chats. I don't see people like questioning. I know that we're getting pushed out of the algorithm, but it's up to y'all to keep us in the algorithm by typing in the comment section, tapping the screen, doing the things that the algorithm allows you to do to push somebody into the algorithm. So if you like the page, if you like the knowledge, if you like the wisdom, if you like to grow in spirituality, then tap the screen wherever you are, hit the like button, comment in the comment section, make it more than, 5 words, whatever you can do to make sure that we don't, you know, lose out of knowledge and wisdom and understanding and unity. Like, we need this in the world. We need to greater understand our vessels, our body, our connection with the universe. So, let's embark on this journey with love, light, and understanding.
During the month of October 2023, the planet endured the next stage of bifurcation, whereby there was another major event with the separation of worlds between the lunar matrix distortions of the 3D zodiacal calendar positions and another new formation with corrected sun-star networks aligning the 5D zodiacal calendar positions. The corrected solar calendar positions for the ascending timeline zodiacal alignments have now begun. There is no turning back. These are the higher timeline positions of the sun-star networks that have been anchored into the trifurcate section with the triple solar copper rose gold failsafe Solomon Temple and Solomon Chalice Grail platform with 3 Solomon Maji Grail red kings holding the crystal star of Azoth, Chris Crystalla, connecting into the cosmic clock central clock shield that was generated for supporting the Aten god body. This position is where returning ascended masters from outside of our time matrix can enter into our reality and ride on the carrier waves of the White Lotus triple dragon breath channels of Lot, Lodi, and Lota into the Temple of Kimelohadia located on the Rishik Plain. The ascending Christos starseed family on planet will either be anchored onto this central clock shield timeline within their personal base clock shield, or be able to commune in this area to reconnect with authentic ascended master spiritual family members in which to gain further support for their personal ascension process, find their genetic twin and receive spiritual guidance for carrying out their divine mission after the collective event. The corrected solar calendar positions generated a morphogenetic blueprint barrier between first.
See, think like ET phone home type stuff, Think like that. Think like ET phone home. So, like each calendar, each zodiac sign, all of these different things, they're sending out different transmissions, different energy waves, elements, so on and so forth, alchemizing with the mind, body, and spirit, right? And these different spectrums, these different lights and stuff like that is affecting the body. Plants are going through solar synthesis, right? I mean, photosynthesis. That's what plants are going through. Well, humans are going through solar synthesis. So as the body, as the solar flares flare off, our body is going through solar synthesis with these solar flares. It is affecting our mind. Some people can feel it taking effect. You'll feel like this um vibration in your mind, and then it feels like it's moving through your body, or it might feel like a pulsing that's moving through your body. You might be experiencing ringing behind your ear. You might be experiencing sleep, like whereas though it's like previously you didn't dream and now your dreams seem more alive than anything. um Different variations of things like this. These are different things of like your conscious trying to like nudge you, like trying to get your attention, trying to say, hey, listen, I'm here. Like, there's something inside of us. You can call it dialogue, you can call it dialect, you can whatever you want to call it. A lot of people don't, some people don't have it. I didn't know that everybody didn't have an inner dialogue. Like, I didn't know that people didn't have like a constant conversation going on with themselves. Like, even though you're functioning in the world inside yourself, there's a constant conversation, because you're with every action you're like, should I do this, should I do that, is this right, is that right? So you should be constantly like in that notion with yourself, you know And that's what makes a difference between like a good person and a bad person. A bad person, they're just doing stuff unconsciously without questioning, don't care, justifying it however they want to appease their feelings and emotions. Whereas though a good person is always questioning whether they're good or not, because they're like, did I do the right thing? Was this the right thing? Because they're always trying to be better, right? Whereas though like a bad person will manipulate it and be like, you don't like me, do you? And this is their way of like manipulating you so they can get what they want from you. Like, you don't like me because you don't never let me have ice cream or something like that, right? Because it's a manipulation. So that way when they ask for the ice cream, you could be like, here, you can have some ice cream to prove that I like you, right? So like a good person is not going to go through these measures. A good person is going to try to do the good thing, and then whatever rewards they might get from that, that's cool, right? A bad person is going to try to say, like, I did this, therefore I should get rewarded for it. Why? Because they know that the reward system is there. So they do the good thing so that way they can get rewarded for it. You know what I mean? When they want something from you, that's when you'll notice them being good, doing something good, trying to clean up their room, so on and so forth, because they know what comes out of it, you know. Whereas though like good people are just naturally doing it, like it's just something that needed to be done, so we just naturally do it. So like it's different levels to like being states of beings. Like so it's like a lot of people are down here living, but they're living based off of the linear thinking that was given to them based off of their predecessors or um however you want to look at it. But the frequency is changing, the light is changing around us, and it's affecting our light body. There is a aura field around your physical body. The earth has it, the moon has it as a plasma field, whatever you want to call it. So there's an aura around your physical body, and this is considered to be your light body. So this is your energetic field. It comes out of the tutorial fields of your brain. One is on the left hemisphere, right hemisphere. One is known as the feminine energy, other known as masculine energy, so on and so forth. And this comes and cascades out of your cranial, roughly through your soft spot or whatever, and then it circles around your body. It comes out of your hands, your fingertips. These are energy points. Your feet, this is why your hands and your feet is not the same as like your skin. Your skin, the only time is like when your pores open up or something like that. That's when your skin gets to breathe. But your hands and your feet is always open to different energies. If they want to pull like different toxins out of you, usually they'll put like pads on your feet or something like that. These are exit points, entry points. If you're grounding or getting in touch with Mother Earth, Gaia, then you're probably allowing that energy or that connection back through your feet, or like through your rump, through your root chakra, your bottom half, you know what I mean? But 9 times out of 10, energy is moving through your hands, through your feet. And then you have the seven portals or seven kingdoms of heaven, which is considered to be your eyes, your ears, your nose, and your mouth, or your altar. At that time, your tongue was considered to be a altar. Whenever you would eat cooked food, it was considered to be a burnt offer. When you would eat other things, it was considered to be a what you call 'em, sacrifice or whatever. But these were the altar, the true altar. The true altar is your tongue. So it's like take it to the altar. It was, that level of knowledge to know what you put inside of you was considered to be, whether a burnt sacrifice or whatever. That's why, some things were considered to be put aside. Um, but this goes into the different levels of translations that we changed it to throughout the many centuries of mankind. Like mankind changed a lot of this stuff. When you think about the connection of the brain with the nervous system and the spinal cord and the Nile River and the river that runs upward. This is a river inside the body that runs from your sac or your testicles to your mind, testament, from the testicles to the mind or the mental. This is the seed that runs up your spinal cord to your brain that makes a firmer mint.
The human light body or aura is comprised of multiple interconnected layers of electromagnetic fields of energy that extend all around the physical body like an energy shield covering and protecting all of the bodies. When we are meditating and practicing our 12D shielding, we are placing our attention on our light body to help strengthen, protect, and grow our personal consciousness body. The light body is the structure, which is required to house the electromagnetic energies of the soul spirit bodies in order to connect them with the physical layer of the human body. Electrical impulses are generated from the light body via the nadial structure, which is a spiritual body part. It is made up of a webbing of energetic receivers and energetic transmitters that are intrinsic to the interconnected messaging functions in the human soul spirit consciousness layers. However, when this communication from the soul spirit is working between the light body and the CNS, they function together as the communication link between energy receivers and transmitters that signal into the nerve cells and brain. The nerve cells build new biological neural networks which instruct the brain and spiritual intelligence to connect the energetic circuitry required to grow the human electromagnetic field, and this forms into the energetic aura that projects outward from the body. The energetic quality of the person's energy aura will be represented in the energetic balance of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual functioning, and will be demonstrated in the physical through the person's thoughts, behaviors, and actions. The quality, color, and size of the energy aura of a person is directly related to the level of health, bioneurological functioning, and spiritual connection that person has access to. A person with a bigger and brighter energy aura is more healthy, coherent, and balanced, with a better functioning nervous system and brain, than a person with a small and cloudy energy aura. Small, gray, cloudy energy auras will produce more blockages and imbalances, such as mental dysfunctions or defects in the functioning of the brain and nervous system. 1.
So basically, it's all about auras, right? Your aura. And this is why I say like crystal properties or crystalline properties when you get into the geometrics of this and stuff like that and the earth crystals and stuff like that, you'll realize like this is why they say crystals are awakening, the power of crystals, the energy that's in the crystals, right? So this is why like where frequency and everything comes in at. It betters your health. If we start using copper to grow our food, in the dirt, it enhance the growth of the food. If we start using crystals, it will help you, mentally. Some crystals have mental properties that help you grow. Some crystals have, health properties. A lot of different variations of medicines. They're getting back in the holistic line of this stuff, so you'll see a lot more holistic works going on. Also, you might see a lot of D&Ts or ayahuasca retreats opening up, right, to free the trap that's on the brain, that's on the mental. A lot of people get so caught up with worries, trials and tribulations, different levels of responsibilities, that it's hard to just be in that free space.
A crystal is a crystalline solid.
Of course, of course. Tell us.
Solid in which atoms, molecules, and ions are microscopically arranged into a crystal lattice that extends in all directions. Most of the common elements found in crystals originate in the Earth crust and can be found in the periodic table according to their number of protons. However, it should be registered that the current periodic table presented in mainstream science is incomplete. During this cycle, new substances and elements are being birthed into matter which impact crystal properties. The elements that make up each crystal give it unique properties, such as its color, frequency potential, and the intelligent design of its function on the Earth. Most of the Earth's rocks are classified as silicate minerals that are based upon the chemical structure of the silica tetrahedron. Pairs of tetrahedra occur in many silicate minerals, forming the basic crystal structure of the planet, as well as the silicate matrix crystal structure in the human body, which determines the gender fin. Orientation for the Merkaba spiral. Paying attention to the wide-ranging use of silicate crystals throughout emerging advanced technologies actually reveals similar parallels in how the crystalline consciousness in the human body works. We start to realize how valuable the human body really is in generating abundant supplies of energy potential and the ability to power up systems of energy. Silicon is most often used as a semiconductor, which is an essential component of most electronic circuits. A silicon chip can hold thousands of tiny transistors used to amplify or switch electronic signals and electrical power. Thus, anything that is computerized or relies on electromagnetic waves depends on semiconductors and transistors that are made from silicate crystals. Crystals are neutrally charged unless they have been programmed directly.
Okay, now you might say, like, what does this have to do with anything? What does this have to do with? Well, this has to do with the human body is a biological crystal. This tells our body will logically return to energetic balance if we follow the laws of nature. However, crystals can become inactive or made invert through a range of traumatic exposures, right? So, through different variations of trials and tribulations, trauma, different things like that, someone has found a way to turn off your crystal to stop you from being energetically, vibrationally uh, crystallized, or your electromagnetic fields to be active with inside your vessel somehow through these different acts of traumas, trials and tribulations, belittlement, um, all of this stuff. If you look at it, these are ways that are attacking your crystal property within inside of your network, within inside of your neural system, your macabre spiral, if you would say. This is why you see public um what do they call it, like where they do the whole public shaming thing, all these different things that we might look at and say they're ritualistic, or this is the, we blame it on the Baphomet, Illuminati, different things like that. But these are different methods that they use to keep you from being the light or the beacon or whatever, because it's tearing you down. You know what I mean? It's making you feel shame. It's keeping you in a certain chakra of yourself. Oh, even though you're showing all of these materialistic gains, even though it looks like you done gained this and gained that, it's a trick. It's a trap, right?
Directly, and thus the electromagnetic charge must be balanced in the crystal. This means that the amount of negative charge must be compensated by the same amount of positive charge to create energetic balance in the crystal. If the human body is a biological crystal, this tells us our body will logically return to energetic balance if we follow the laws of nature. However, crystals can become inactivated or made inert through a range of traumatic exposures, such as transmitting harmful artificial intelligence signals or electromagnetic weapons which can produce dead energy. Crystals hold the blueprint of the living consciousness records contained in the evolutionary histories of the Earth and beyond, recording the consciousness experiences of all life that have been imprinted through the complex patterns of frequencies and mathematical coding they can hold. Crystals can amplify and accelerate light frequencies that are similar to an energy-based mathematical software program. They can be used for communication, transmission, teleportation, energy production, weather control, and to store immense databases of frequency-coded information. Many of us may still hold cellular memories from the historical timeline records, in root race cycles spanning from Terra, or in the previous civilizations.
Now that's like just different fragments of memories that's broken up throughout our DNA or within inside of our vessel, however you would look at it. Saying that your body is a crystal, biological crystal, is telling you that basically it holds crystal properties. So therefore, it is the same as a crystal, because in the DNA there's crystalline properties that would do the same thing that happens with the crystal, the same reflection of light, the same growth that happens with a crystal. So our body goes through that, and through these different levels of negative or low vibrational trials and tribulations, family members, betrayals, so on and so forth. It is changing or altering the way that crystal shines, if it makes sense.
The Earth body and the human body, as well as the entire DNA record, is made in crystalline properties. The silicate matrix DNA template is the original human crystalline blueprint that is activated in the human body when contact or connection is made with love-coded hydroplasmic light, which is essentially liquid crystals. The human energy field consists of an array of oscillating energy centers that are nested within a multidimensional blueprint of interacting crystal structures that organize into an assortment of crystalline functions. All of the interactive layers of the physical matrices, such as the organ and glandular systems, down to our skeletal structure, are known to have piezoelectric properties and crystalline functioning. Our bone structure is the primary solid crystal in our physical body that acts as the main frequency transducer throughout our bodily matrices. Thus, the key to restoring energetic balance and health is to understand that we must sustain an abundant amount of life force to circulate through our physical structures. Through the awareness, we are a crystalline being that conducts energy through crystalline functioning. Everything that we are exposed to has an energetic signature and frequency that impacts our energetic balance. This means all humans have the same properties as crystals, the ability to amplify, absorb, store, and transmit a range of vibrational energies that have an overall effect that is either healthy or unhealthy for the entire body. 1. Crystals are living geometries. Living geometries. Solid crystals were originally created when the Earth was formed from a
We watching you. We watching you. Whatever your name is, we see you on the screen. We see you. We watching you. We watching you. Whatever your name is, we see you on the screen. We see you. Yeah, yeah. Smile at the camera. Smile at the camera. We see you. We know. We know how y'all do. We know y'all pretend like y'all helping people and then try to control them and put them in all types of messed up situations. We know. We know what you're doing. We know. We know how narcissistic people work. We deal with this all the time. That's why we make sure we keep a collective eye on you. If you was going to do right by this person, you would have did right by this person. You already know what this person going through. You already know what they've been through. And that's why you trying to torture them more. Evil begots evil. And we watching you. We're going to make sure you do right. We're going to make sure this person is safe. That's what we do over here. So you can sit and do all the things that you want, but we got you. We know your face. We know what you look like. If anything is to happen, we're going to broadcast you on multiple platforms. Yeah, we watching you. Because we know how evil works. We know you guys pull people in so y'all can try to put them in the dark. We know how it works. Nasty work. Nasty work. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It's the reason why we live tonight on YouTube, Twitch. It's the reason why we all here tonight. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It's the reason why we live tonight on YouTube, Twitch. It's the reason why we all here tonight. Record everything. We need everything recorded. We need everything documented. He took the heater. The one you what? The heating pad. What heating pad? The one that somebody else brought you? Yeah, but that's the thing. You got to remember, you're not giving into what he want. Like, listen, narcissistic people do what narcissistic people do. They use the materialistic stuff. They use things and they try to think that you owe them because they say, "Oh, I helped you out, so you owe me this. You owe me that." They think they own you, right? You got to remember, when you're dealing with a narcissistic person, you become like an extension of them. So it's like They punish you by taking stuff away. They punish you by trying to treat you this way. Oh, you're not doing this. Oh, you're not paying me no attention. Oh, you're not doing this. Remember, they're not in the mind of an adult. They're in the mind of a child, a demon, right? This is why he sits in the room and drinks all the time and then comes out and tries to do fuckery. Because it's demonic shit that's working on his brain. That's why as soon as I said something, he sat there and tried to smile into the camera, because it's all ego, it's pride. He don't give a fuck about how he's treating you. He don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. That's why he turned around and tried to wave into the camera. Like, oh, yeah, we see you. We know you dark. We know you nasty. We know the shit that you come with. We've been dealing with entities like you for how long now? How many times do you see me point out people like that? I know them. Before we even deal with them, I know them. I know them already. This is why I say, like, everything happens for a reason. It's the reason why you live right now. It's the reason why we on multiple platforms right now. It's the reason why I'm in your live and in these other lives. It's the reason why everything happens. The universe is trying to keep light beings and star seeds safe, while these demonic, dark entities are trying to put you in a cage or trying to make you unalive yourself, just like Rizzy did on TikTok. This is what they're doing. They know that a soul needs to be paid, and that's just going to come and collect their ass. They're going to keep doing shit. They're going to keep on trying to just listen. All you can do, record. You know what I mean? The collective is with you. The universe is with you. That's it. Like, we know the shit. We know how this works. Oh, I told you that. The fact that he waited for you to be live, waited for, like, that shit's weird as hell. You could have a conversation with us if you want. But we want to know why he lied. You know? But that's what they all do, this for attention. We'll give him the attention that he wants. We can make him famous. Everything is changing. Just like Freeman. Just like Allen. Mr. Wise is way ahead. Go back. Listen to what he said. Truth being told, expose the lie. The brand new sky is something you can't deny. Trying to come in there and open up the curtains, move your stuff around, disrespect your space, not show you no respect. We see it. We see it. These are these bigots. These are the people that's in America that think that this is their God-given right to act like this and treat people like this. You know what I mean? Controlling ass, demonic ass people. They're all around us. Can't do nothing about it. You can choose to get away from them. You know, usually they try to suck you in and trap you in and try to put materialistic things around you, so that way they can use the materialistic things to control you and so on and so forth. And you're not doing what they want. They take this away or try to take that away, or punish you with this or punish you with that. That's why they'll never win. That's why he'll always go sit in that dark ass corner because he's miserable. You know what I mean? And you can never give him that. I'll never give him that energy of trying to be miserable with him. Like, let him be miserable. Let him be miserable. Nasty. And I know you watching us because you had to be watching us like on one of these pages in order to go disrupt that. You know what I mean? You've been live all day, living all day, but he ain't getting no attention. Oh my God. Get the grown ass out of here. Lonely. You're gonna go out alone. Mr. Wise, can you say it again? You're gonna be alone and miserable. Whatever his name is. You're gonna be so sad. That cat is gonna be the only thing your ass got. That cat is what? From the beginning to the very end.
Speak to my soul, speak to my soul. Speak to my soul, speak to my soul. Speak to my soul, speak.
No, it's a delay on your end. Wait, see the music's. I stopped playing the music already, but it ain't stopped on your end yet. Now there it go. Or you're getting mine. You're getting my voice late, so your response is coming late, and then it's a delay. It's a playback on a playback with a playback. But yeah, misery loves company, man. You gotta send me his Facebook and stuff so I could do a video just to be on the safe side. I don't know because I seen you live earlier, so I don't know how long you've been live, but for a while. Hmm? Cause that liquor. It's New Year's Eve. You know you're in there drinking. It's the liquor. I could tell by the redness in his face. That alcohol is like the demonic entity. They not in operation of themselves. He not in operation of himself. He in there right now thinking, what can he do? Told you go buy one. I told you go buy one. The audio didn't come through. I didn't hear it. Did you have the audio on? Did you have the mic on? You shouldn't have had it muted. I don't know why you keep muting. I don't know why you keep muting, trying to save these people's feelings and shit. You gotta stop saving these people's feelings. Let the world see them for the people that they are. That's why they keep on doing monstrous things in the dark because no one exposes them and force them to act right, have some human dignity, decency. I'm tired of covering up for these wicked ass people. That shit's over with. I'm tired of covering up. I'm tired of, not pointing them out. I'm tired of ignoring them, acting like they not here. Like every time I see them, I'm gonna point they ass out. Yes, you know you wicked. Yes, you know you're nasty. Yes, look at yourself. I want them to see their self. I want them to know, like, I know. I see you. I see you. You know? That's why they keep doing what they do. Because nobody says anything. You know what I mean? Nobody says anything. But neither here nor there, we're embarking on this journey. And like I said, we have to do a better job at protecting the collective, you know. This is the true notion of the 6-point star. It is the man standing with his feet straight and arms out, and the woman standing with her legs out and her arms straight. This is what that 6 point star is supposed to understand, those two coming together. If you look at it, you have the male with the, just like I said, triangle, arms open, arms up, legs open, however, male or female, legs closed, arms up, however you look at it, come together. It's supposed to make the 6 point star, which is unity. And they use this in everything the same way that Allah uses the arm, leg, arm, head, the same way the Star of David uses this as a way of unity. Before it was a 5 point star, that would just be man by itself, but then the 6 point star is added with woman or female, feminine energy, however you look at it. So it's all the same thing. Uh, this is why like people like Orlando Brown always talks about Satan and Lucifer, because it's like, one is the mother, one is the father type, one is a feminine energy, one is a masculine energy type. So he's always comparing like Satan as his father and or Satan as his mother and Lucifer as his mom or dad or something like that. He's always like putting those two, because this goes back to different variations of levels of teachings from the Baphomet, and this goes back to like Disney and Nickelodeon, and why we never seen any of these people that went famous or became famous, why we never really seen them until they just popped out of somewhere with a storyline, just popped out of somewhere with a storyline, and boom, they became idols and so on and so forth. But really, they always was somewhere in the background being groomed for this. That's why later on, after they are revealed to be famous or whatever, now you see like the pictures coming out from when they were kids and they performed when they were kids and was on this when they were kids and all of that stuff.
The main purpose of the Satanist or Luciferian is to destroy the original intent of creation codes, such as sacred geometry, and so that the human being will be so filled with fear and confusion around sacred symbolism, they will develop spiritual terror and run away from them as to not offend God. This is the ruse of the satanic forces, who want to steal creation and life force away from humanity, and thus steal the inherent knowledge of humanity's own consciousness bodies away from them. Hence, the Star of David is abused in black magic by people that have been taught to defile its true meaning in occult rituals by the imposter spirit and NAA. This is to prevent the true meaning of its use to inspire unity in human beings. When we visualize the 6-pointed star, we infuse it into the avatar Christ ray, which makes it platinum white in color, which is a ray of the 12th dimension. When we shield, eventually we take the 6-pointed star into every dimension of time, and in every dimension the 6-pointed star transforms into another geometry that is relative to that dimension, but it retains its core architecture to the base 12 math that represents Christ consciousness. So no matter what dimension we travel, the 6-pointed star stays connected to the Christic architecture in every dimension, and evolves into the geometry that resolves that core math to Christos. In attempting to language the connection of the 6-pointed star as representing a human Merkaba star, the newsletter connected the 6-pointed star we use in the 12D shield as a light symbol code as representing the unity between the gender principle male and female that we intend to create in our double tetrahedron Merkaba vehicle. The 6-pointed star and the Guardian suggested use is to activate the Christ ray and Christic connections into the human light body towards the base 12 frequencies. Doubling 3 into 6, doubling 6 into 12 is important in setting correct alignment into the Christic field. The 12D shield also builds our communication.
Do you see that? Do you see what it told you right there? So they're leaving out part of the process. When they tell you about this 369 process, they're telling you a false process, because it's not a 369 process. It's a 3612 process. It's 3612 24 48. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, whatever you think you're manifesting, however you think you're manifesting, it's a notion of manifestation because of the process. What are you looking for now? I don't know why. So like this is going back into like how you stay within the 12. The 12 was always important. Avatar Christ, Christ body, so on and so forth. 12D ray, light body. Um, this is where that crystal star comes in, the mathematics. This is why numbers always seem to, appease people, so on and so forth. And this explains our, planetary cycles of how each, you know, air comes into a, 26,000 year cycle or whatever you want to call it. Um, so on and so forth. So this is important stuff. I would say it's important because of the depths that it has, especially with the universe, everything like that, astrology, uh, process with everything that's going on now. You said what? So it tells you right here, different. It's ending current cycle 2012. You guys, know that cycle, how the 2012 cycle went. Oh, I can't hear you. It's a delay. So whatever you're saying now is probably a response to something else. All right. So whatever you're gonna say it now. Okay. So during these different stages, founder, Cosmos, Cube, so on and so forth. These are different stages. Now you would get into the personal Kratos, which is the identity. It's 144, 12 planetary time cycles, and we're in that 12th time cycle now, moving into the 13th. This is broke down in many different variations of however you want to look at it. This is actually broke down in a lot of different variations. But for this particular one, we are coming out of our previous cycle and moving into the Aquarius, which is the 13th cycle. So we can say we had 12 uh, reincarnation cycles already, and now we're in the 13th one, or however you look at it. So right now it's a very important time for the ascension, for what's going on right now. And this is our planet and our sun and everything like that. And if you will look closely, you will see where Earth is rotating at, but this whole thing is shifting to the galactic center, to where as though like previously, like, so you have that gold, that is the gold gate, and then you have that silver, that is the silver gate. So the gold gate, which is connected to Eucharistus, is at the foot of Hercules. That is the gold gate, that is the gate of the gods, right? This is where, if you reincarnate through this gate, this will, I don't know where it will put you, because you'll be reincarnating through the gates of the gods. Whereas though the silver gate, which we can just say is the moon, is the reincarnation of man. It's like, so that's man's gate, right? The silver cord will be severed. If you read the Bible roughly, I think Ecclesiastics 12 or 11:7, if I'm not mistaken. Ecclesiastics 11:7 in the Bible tells you that there's going to be a time where the silver cord will be severed. And this is that time of where the silver cord will be severed, because we're moving towards that galactic center. This is all part of the ascension process, all part of us moving into a 5D. We're getting closer to that golden gate. So it's like, remember, they told you at a time it seemed like we operated under two suns, or according to like the story of Superman, he comes from a planet with two suns or whatever, or the golden sun, and then there's considered to be red suns out there in our galaxy and blue suns, but these different suns are letting off different um frequencies and colors and stuff like that. Thus far, the planet might be under like gases or whatever, because the sun, or the operation of that sun. Our operation of this sun is what it is, and that's why we operate according to how we operate. But we're moving closer to that galactic center. This can be considered to be a 5D shift. This can be y'all can blame it on CERN, saying that CERN is turning on machines and different various. There's going to be so many different speculations that take place as we move closer to the galactic center, but it's happening. We're moving towards it. Um, this is considered to be the Golden Gate, and I'll let you hear it. I gave my analogy of it, but I'll let you hear what they say. And this is why they show the foot of Hercules. This is why Hercules is like holding the longest constellation, which is the Draco constellation. This is why the story of Hercules is down here. This is why the story of Achilles is down here, because at the foot of Hercules lies the Golden Gate, so on and so forth. So these are why these stories keep circulated. The fragments of these stories uh, stay circulating on this plane of existence.
The Golden Gate. Celestial Plane. The ancients called this circuit path made around the galactic equator the Gate of the Gods, or the Golden Gate. The Orion constellation sits in the opposite direction, which would be considered the anti-galactic center. The ancients called this circuit path the Gate of Man, or the Silver Gate. Ophiuchus and Orion are mirror images of opposing polarity. Together, they represent the ascending path through the Gate of Man meeting at the Gate of the Gods. The many ascension stages we endure to reach our spiritual magnum opus are the stages of humanity moving through these sequences of consciousness gateways. We all incarnate as earthly beings that evolve through the precession of the equinoxes. This takes us through the consciousness realms, moving through the ecliptic path of the Gate of Man to eventually complete the evolution cycle, which intersects at the galactic center. Once we unify the consciousness experiences through the Gate of Man intersecting with the galactic equator at Ophiuchus feet, we are potentially given access to the Golden Gate. This allows us to proceed on the ascension path to become resurrected eternal spiritual beings unified with the cosmic Holy Spirit. From our solar system, the galactic center lies visually along a line that passes through the Golden Gate. This is the gate to eternal life, which pours out the universal elixir that opens at the end of precession cycles. The Golden Gate is located on the circuit path, where the two great celestial spheres intersect together that create four quadrants. The quadrant is one of four circular sectors in the equal division of the planetary sphere. The first great circuit is the path of the sun through the zodiac made in its annual cycle. The other is the circle path made from the center of our Milky Way galaxy called the galactic equator. The intersection point made between the two circuits located between Taurus and Gemini constellations is known as the Silver Gate. The intersection point of the two circuits between Scorpio and Sagittarius constellations, right under Ophiuchus' right foot, is known as the Golden Gate. 4.
And ironically, Ophiuchus, whatever the name is considered to be Hercules. So off the right foot of Hercules is the Golden Gate, right? And this goes back to alignment, and this goes back to like getting back to that golden age that people talk about. This is all part of that. So when you get into like the dark night of the soul, different fragments of things that are of this universe, cosmic mother, so on and so forth. Like that's why I say like a lot of this knowledge is so like far, like it's so much to teach with it. If I would say like there's so much stuff that can be taught, there's so much to add on to this. A lot of people don't even dare to try to reach this, and this is why I say like my aura is gold because this is like root chakra right here, you know, red, and then you see the orange, you see the different colorations of it changing, um, so on and so forth. But when you achieve a certain level of activation, you will have this gold aura. This gold aura is a ascension process within itself. This is um how to this is like when certain particles or something, when your body is reflecting certain lights and you're absorbing certain lights, in your light body, uh your albion light body, so on and so forth. This is we have a lot of different things that's going on in our DNA. So the RNA, this is considered to be like the RNA awakening or your fire codes in your DNA awakening. And this is how you awaken other fire codes. So one fire code will spark a chain reaction to awaken other fire codes in your DNA, which will allow like your nervous system to get put back together, because you'll start having certain levels of discipline over your flesh. You'll start noticing what salts is needed to put back into the body to rebuild certain systems in the body. You'll start firing on more cylinders, thus start operating more chromosomes of your DNA, so on and so forth. So this is good knowledge to know, because once you start journeying down this path of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, it doesn't stop. Like it keeps going. So it's like once you start, it's like, oh snap, oh snap. You'll start getting what they now call downloads. You'll start getting them like, oh, I just got another one. I just got another download. I just got another download. As it starts getting kind of fun after a while. I mean, you have to overlook the trials and tribulations that come with this plane of existence with mankind, you know, but you'll start to appreciate or have a certain level of gratitude for all things. And then you'll be able to just look at certain situations and laugh about it, because you'll already have a certain understanding. You already be like, I already seen this coming. Such human, like of you to, you know, perceive this level of activity or so on and so forth. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, there's nothing new under the sun, and we are creatures of habit. So if you understand humans, if you understand that, then you can see the habit in all of it, and then you can see certain variations of energy when it start to build in people, whether it's jealousy, envy, pain, distraught. It's so much. It's so much. So pay.
During this end evolution cycle that leads into the current ascension timeline, many different variations of soul spirit consciousness from a vast array of planets, galaxies, and universes have joined the reincarnation cycle on 3D planet Earth. Some are biologically organic future humans while others are not. Yet, all have come in order to experience the shifting consciousness fields on the 3D planet Earth at this end cycle. These particular groups of soul spirit beings that have incarnated in a 3D human body are referred to as starseeds. Even though starseeds hold more genetic memory from these future stations of identity, all is one and valued in its connection to the eternal source creator. Starseeds have specific roles and a humanitarian spiritual mission based on the law of one to help free the planetary soul from spiritual and energetic oppression enforced by the NAA through the false father god religions. This is to elevate and change destructive timelines through genetic rehabilitation and erase negative alien mind control software programs. These software program religions were put in place by the patriarchal dominate negative aliens in order to be worshipped as gods and easily enforce the enslavement of the planetary population. Starseeds entered this planetary consciousness body to experience reincarnation and activate their spiritual mission for a wide variety of reasons and interests. The primary goal was to re-establish the potential freedom from forced reincarnation through the restoration of the cosmic sovereign law of one through the reclamation of the Christos body crystal template. In order to do so, the negative alien agenda of planetary domination, enslavement, hybridization, and abduction would have to be eventually revealed to humanity. However, the extraterrestrial agenda and the history of extraterrestrial genetic influence in both everyday.
All right, let me pause that real quick because it's about to start using variations of words that is going to be like, no. All right, so if you notice right now, there's a big VV programming that's going on. This has to do with victimizing program. So the VV programming is unfortunately result is unstable because this creates a what you see now, like that lack of empathy, the misery programs that's going on. And I call them programs because this is really like states of being, how people are acting. Like you see some people attacking people, but then when that person defends themselves, they play the victim. That's victimizing, right? This is why we always say, like, we don't want the trauma bonding. Like, we understand that everybody's got a story and everybody's story is similar to someone else's story, so on and so forth. So this is how they trigger that, victimizing triggering stage. A lot of people don't realize it, but this is why. It's not that I don't care about what other people went through, so on and so forth. It's just like people use this as a way to manipulate you. So this is how they, do the false friends and, so on and so forth. This is how they, false befriend you, pull you in, start, playing with different variations of cohortions of the heart because of this, program right here. Let's take a listen.
Some of these controller NAA programs being pushed now from NRG as a victimizer targeting. False friend, i.e. surface. I am so proud of you. I want to be your friend on my terms of self-entitlement. Hidden, let me eat your light now. False parent, i.e. surface. I am your protector/nurturer. Hidden, let me play this role so I can exhaust you and divert you from realizing your real path. Seducer, e.e. surface. Oh, you're cute. Flatter. Hidden, let me tangle you in my false flattery webbing and cord your 2D centers for my insatiable vampire and lure you into sexual misery. Hero savior, e.e. surface. You're helpless, so I will save you. Hidden, let me steal your resources so I can be more powerful than you are. Silent enemy, i.e. previous aggression from silent enemy is totally dormant and silent. Hidden, looking for a vulnerability and monitoring for aggression to divert and create chaos and disruption. Please review implants behavior profile on page 1 of this mission briefing on NRG implants. Please remember to not personalize anything, really work on disidentification and neutrality of negative ego and its pain body defense mechanisms. These have been in operation for a long time. However, these fear programs get amplified when we are moving to another frequency level. And as we move through time fields and up life review, many of these archetypes that live inside unconscious people around us are operating at a high level of aggression now. We all have the power to dismantle and render these booby traps with practicing the law of one, law of compassion, law of intent, law of consent, and total neutrality. See this operating in the collective field as distortions infecting the unconscious mind matrix. And do not entangle, nor dance with this victim role playing. Through transparency, leaving it nothing to stick onto, will prevent these infectious ways of being from embedding themselves. 4.
So basically, it's telling you about how these different people play upon you. That's why I say you got to be careful with those who could be in, secret competition with you. Different people that make you jump through different loops. You got people that try to make you prove stuff to them, so they make you jump through different loops to prove stuff. Different people that, have different variations of insecurities, so on and so forth. And that brings us to the hero savior thing, right? You can watch this play out, different things like that. They'll put you in this hero savior type. They think that you feel like this or that. So and this goes back to that Freeman situation, the Dando in distress, so on and so forth. So they thought that, if they put somebody in this situation, so on and so forth, then I will come, and rescue them and be the hero because I'm going through a awakening, a starseed awakening. So they tried to play on that in the physical by putting me in that situation, and then wanted the outcome to be where they paint some type of reverse type of scenario around my life to make it seem like I'm this type of criminal, crook, bad guy, or villain, because they did this whole, and then they were going to paint the scenario to make Freeman out like he was just saving this person because he previously saved this woman from a Florida sex trafficking ring. And that's the fucking fuckery and bullshit that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Like, weeding through the bullshit that's in the reality, but people don't see it because it's trapped behind false witnesses and other monsters who want to keep the monstrosity going.
Hero Savior Complex is a victim victimizer software.
Been sitting in this chair too long.
Software mind control archetype that is used to target starseeds and spiritually developing people. This is one of the controller programs that is a sub-program of the victim victimizer software program and a collective miasm that has accumulated over many generations. As the victimizer archetypes and related programs that are embedded in the cellular matrix are very enhanced now, especially in adjunct to life review patterns for many of us now on the ascension path. This is explosive for some of us now, and I am observing traps for ensnarement and addiction, like Jaws attempting to latch onto our vulnerability. Hero Savior is listed in the HGS manual under the Victim Victimizer 2 clearing under addictions/phobias. 1. Hero, i.e. surface, you are helpless so I will save you. Hidden, let me steal your resources so I can be more powerful than you are. Awakening starseeds are commonly targeted from lower energetic discernment levels to put themselves in dangerous or destructive scenarios because they believe God or their guides told them to do that. Newly awakening people generally have to heal the hero-savior complex, as if not corrected, this error in thinking will form into spiritual ambition that is based in unhealthy negative ego attitudes. Usually, this means the person becomes an endangerment to themselves, because they put themselves in the hero position thinking they are needed to save others, but really they are getting caught in the crossfire of spiritual battle. They misinterpret their personal awakening experiences that may form into hero-saviors complex, that they are here to save the world, because the people around them do not have the level of intelligence or consciousness that they may feel they are accessing. Generally, in spiritual community, it is common that the person with unhealed hero-savior complex will attempt to save people around them from some imagined threat or vision fed to them by the NAA and holographic inserts in order to divide and conquer the group effort or disrupt group projects. Thus, the person in the hero complex is used skillfully by the NAA and becomes a dark portal used to destroy group unity by feeding dramas, malicious gossip, divided competition, and making assumptions without having the facts.
And you see this now going on, with Jaguar, right? With the Avengers, with, different variations of people. You can see this complex where it's like they think that we're not conscious enough, or we don't have the ability to raise our conscious to save ourselves, right? Really, as a hero, the job is to just raise the conscious level by pushing knowledge back into the world. But they think it's the you can't think for yourself, so I got to think for you. It's the negative ego that they have embodied, and that's where the narcissistic, godlike complex come from. You know what I mean? You can hear it if you go back to listen to Jaguar's talk or rants when she's in the tub, and she tries to start quoting different stuff from the Bible, and she's like, for they do not know, so I have to, do this and do that and blah 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 blah. Like, if you listen to it, it's the Baphomet, it's the godlike complex of it's a book that they all secretly red, and they go around and act like we're the peasants and we're the peons and we're the humans, and forgive them for they do not know, so they can treat us however we want, and so on and so forth. And you see this a lot more now where it's like happening. But that's why I say, like, just take a deeper notion for things. Like, all our job is to put the knowledge out there as a light being, as a watchtower. All I can do is just put the knowledge out there, put the wisdom out there, discipline my mind, hope other people are disciplining their minds and being observant to what's going on in this world and the way of this world. And that's it. You know what I mean? And be at peace with myself and know that I did a great job by just putting the knowledge out there. And whoever comes to that comes to that. And that's it. Like, I can't force you to want to be better, treat people better, act kind, or anything like that. Like, wicked is going to be got wicked in this world, like, hands down. Like, I could just get out the way and try to be positive and find other people that are like-minded.
It is a natural biological process for all human beings to have the ability to evolve and to expand consciousness, which increases levels of sentience. What is consciousness? Consciousness is energy, and energy is conscious. They are both interchangeable. All energy is intelligent. Our soul and monadic spiritual body is consciousness and therefore intelligent energy. Everything has an energetic signature and is composed of spectrum of frequency arranged in form holding blueprints called morphogenetic fields. Consciousness is frequency. Energy is consciousness, and it either contracts or expands to maintain or increase its frequency rate. The process of how fast or slow energy contracts back towards its center point of source field is the vibration rate. The process of how fast or slow that same energy expands away from the center point of the source field is the oscillation rate. The combination of both the pattern of vibration, contraction, and oscillation, expansion, speed is what determines the frequency rate of all energy and things. As our personal, collective, and planetary consciousness raises frequency, the matter world, including our physical bodies, also becomes less dense as our frequency increases. Consciousness energy, law of vibration, consists of and is interconnected, providing a distinct vibratory pattern, and is immediately transmitted and received, with no concept of space or time when released into the universe. Consciousness vibration is not limited to time and space. Vast amount of qualities of vibrational frequency exist as an ever-present consciousness layer that exists in the entire universe. Everything in our universe consists of layers of vibrational frequency. If the rate of that vibration falls below or rises above a certain intensity, it becomes immeasurable or invisible to the basic human senses. This means it is beyond the capacity of the 5 basic senses, such as frequency rates outside of the visible light spectrum. That doesn't mean that vibration or frequency doesn't exist because you cannot sense it. The first thing that is important to understand is that all that exists, whether seen or unseen, broken down into its simplest and most basic form of energy, which consists of a rate of vibration, oscillation, and then rate of frequency. Developing consciousness in ascension study. When we say ascension and we're moving forward in terms of our developing consciousness, in actuality what we are doing is connecting to our spiritual energetic intelligence and then integrating that intelligence by descending our divinity into our physical bodies. So actually the ascension is a descension of our spiritual energetic bodies, which is almost in reverse of what we actually think it means. We are ascending in our consciousness, but we actually are descending that intelligent energy, what could be described as our divinity, into the physical vehicle. So, our actual goal in ascension stages is to, with our intention and consent, to participate and connect with higher, more refined vibrating aspects of our
Victimizing. That's what he's gonna do. Victimizing. Him screaming at you, none of that stuff is even registering in his mind. Like, none of that stuff registers. Like, what he just did, that's not registering to him. None of that. Like, as I say, like, these demons are childlike. They're really childlike. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. Shalom. Peace, peace, peace. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. No, that's the one I like right here.
Why do you deny me?
The one I like.
You chose the lie created for you just to hide in.
Of course.
Why
Of course.
obsessed
Of
about
course you'll play it like
surviving?
that.
Fighting over creation made for all to thrive in. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced the right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart ever my home? So cold that chaos sits on your throne. Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride convinced that right is wrong. When I speak, you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was.
Oh, look at you. Look at you, Twilight. Still around, huh? Man, shout out to Twilight, man. Twilight. If y'all don't know who Twilight is, listen. Twilight was first, a Maggie supporter. And, she came over here defending her and everything like that. And, and of I don't know, like somehow we won her over. She realized we wasn't who they painted us out to be, and she's been kicking it ever since and coming around ever since. And every time we go live, she's around, and she's on Instagram. She follows the other platforms too. So, shout out to her. Shout out to the Atlas family. Like, we came a long way this whole year on YouTube, fighting for this little bit of space or whatever, trying to, get our way out of the algorithm of negativity and so on and so forth. We come a long way, and everyone that's actually on the spiritual journey for the right reasons, and you're on social media for the right reasons. When you look back at your journey, I want you to have some level of gratitude towards it, because you come a long way. You're still here. A lot of people done gave up, a lot of people done gave in, and a lot of people done gave out, but you're still here fighting it. You know what I mean? You're still here smiling through it. All these people, they got stuff. All these people, they but they're not happy. They got this stuff. They're just not happy with it. You know what I mean? They got stuff. They're not happy. They're miserable. Oh, look at the knot stopping by the live on TikTok. On the Ralph the Wise page, he stopped by the live. I see the Knot POV to join as a guest. He stopped through the page. Funny guy. Funny guy. Still watching me, I see. Um, so yeah, when you look back at this, just have gratitude, this human experience, the people that you have, happen to go through things with, experience things with, just have a high level of gratitude with it, think about the people that's not here to experience life, and I think we should have that level of appreciation for life. Like from here on out, no matter what I go through, I'm going to try my best to smile. You know what I mean? From here on out, no matter what, the universe hands me, I'm going to try my best to be happy with it. From here on out, like, just tell yourself like happiness is a choice and you choose to be happy. No matter, like, look for the solution in things. A lot of people focus on the problem, constantly look for the problem, so on and so forth. And nine times out of 10, that's what they end up with, uh, a problem. Um, so let's just be those who look to the solution, try to find common ground. One thing I read in the Bible, it said, do all things to be at peace with one another. That's what it says, do all things to be at peace with one another. And I don't think that we do the things to be at peace with one another. I don't think we do the things we should do to be at peace with one another. I think a lot of people want to be at a disarray, want to be at this conflict, want to be at, at this argument of state. So like I look towards like the moon stars and quasars and talking about this stuff because I think this is a peaceful approach to understanding one another, showing different levels of compassion and everything like that. There's laws to compassion, and I think it's different levels of this, so I try to stay within the moon stars and quasars talk, as opposed to trying to talk about sports or politics or any of that other stuff that people always get frustrated about. I rather talk about the unknown because you can't have no you don't have no feelings and emotions towards this. You know what I mean? You got to feelings and emotions towards the other stuff. But if I tell you about the Lyran constellation, there ain't no feelings and emotions towards that because you don't really know about it. It's all about self improvement. Absolutely.
Expressed love.
Sorry.
It is the foundation of Christ, unity consciousness, and the expression of the inner unity within or hieros gamos. This basic truth never changes because it is related to the nature of God itself and have become apparent to mankind through revelation, as evolution has proceeded and man has developed the needed perceptive faculties and the required persistence of search, plus the unfolding of the inner light of the soul. These truths, inherent in the divine nature, reveal the soul of God. The law of compassion is manifest as right relationship with God and self, as the human being is compassion in action. Compassion in action is the true principle of Father Ark, the Father God principle. The false father principle has manifested the false king of tyranny on earth for service to self-motivation through religious violence, which has corrupted the masculine principle on earth. To regain our true father principle is to regain compassion in action towards all living things, which is a principle of the virtues of the Christ.
See, that's a real act of man. Like this whole war, this whole Mars effect that's taking place to mankind, this whole male bravo that's taking place, this whole male chauvinist shit that's taking place. Like that's not the true act of man. Like to have compassion towards all things down here is the true act of a man. A righteous man, loving, kindness, compassion, sympathy, sympathetic joy. A lot of people don't understand what that is, you know what I mean? Because they're too caught up with this idealistic, like, who macho, I bring the money in, I'm the da 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 da. No, you're not. Stop it.
As we exude this sense of love and altruism to all
Your ass
beings and
down.
life forms, we will
Learn something.
naturally express compassion in action as a byproduct of our spiritual body's development. Mahayana Buddhism suggests to cultivate enlightenment by seeking better integration of our heart center by seeking more ways to express and develop compassionate love in our lives. These 4 expressions of compassion in action is suggested to meditate upon with the Holy Father principle to cultivate inner expression of compassion and to develop an awakened heart. The 4 expressions of compassion in action. Loving kindness. Compassion. Sympathetic joy. Equanimity. 1.
Your friend online. Ooh, scary. Ooh, it's so scary. Mister. I like frightening them demons. I love it. I love it. Oh, hold on. Where's our song at? I gotta put our song on real quick. Gotta put our song on. You know, we be fighting these demons. Huh? Y'all know we be fighting these demons. Huh? We be fighting these demons. That's all we do over here. Huh? Ain't it? So we've been doing this. So it all started with this. Y'all remember? It all started with this. It all started with this. I just got out of surgery. I'm having problems with my heart and it won't work for me. I did some shit in my past and it's cursing me. I'm sipping this hand, this pain, but it ain't help. I let nigga go against the grain and it's stress. I pray God. Y'all remember? I'm living a crazy life. I just shot at a nigga for talking some shit on the game and paid the price. It saved my life. Hey tonight. If you want to lick shit, we can get ripped shit, we can get paid tonight. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. Y'all remember. 187. You killed them. You don't know if you gon' go to heaven. What was we doing? Fight my demons. So many demons. Me against these demons. Fight my demons. Fighting my. It's me against these demons. Whoa. I'm fighting these demons up in these ghosts. I'm fighting these demons in the ghosts. I'm hitting the beam. Get hit in the spleen. That money be clean. Been looking so clean. Hey, you know they mad at me. And you get them balling niggas. Talk to him. Huh? Like the Pope. Don't give a fuck about bystander. Hot banner. Don't take no slander. Dollar bill, y'all. Everybody want the money, but don't wanna go down. 187. Who's the nigga? You don't know if you gon' go to heaven. Fight my demons. It's me against these demons. Against these demons. Fight my demons, fight my demons, fighting my demons, demons, demons. Hey, listen. Everything that you do, listen, everything that you do, make sure you do it with love. You know, think about it. A year ago to today, you know, you wouldn't have thought we came this far as we came. I mean, these people really was trying to stop us. You know what I mean? They tried to put us in a situation where they can paint a narrative. They started calling future endeavors. They made phone calls to Cobos Landing, North Carolina to try to put a bad bone on us. Even after that person told them, like, yeah, he was out here, didn't even care about how that person really knew me, that person was a friend of the family, you know, didn't care nothing about that. They really thought that this was like some online bull crap, you know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy that we won out through all of that negative, you know what I mean? People popping up, trying to say this, trying to say that, you know, police coming out and literally like being a part of it, like people, you know what I mean? Like finances being, you know, tampered with. Like we went through it all and we're still here. Like, you know, I just want you guys to know, like, you guys are a part of this too. So, like, this is a testament to how strong we are, you know, collectively, you know, and what they really wanted to go against. Like the level of activity of we had in the Discord, you know, when we were sitting there watching different lives and talking about it in real time, and we had a bigger collective than them, and you know what I mean? We had the giveaway for the clothing shop, and look, we got to get all of that back. We got to get it all back. When you go through your Job effect, you're supposed to get all of that back in tenfold. You know, we went through our Job effect. They affected us, tried to get us to take a false God outside of ourselves, tried to tempt us with all types of bull crap and fuckery, you know, and we won out. So 2000, you know, 2026 has to be our year because we won out. We went through 2025, you know, with them trying to put a false narrative on our truth. We stepped out with transparency. We went out to that farm. We tried to help fix it up. We tried to put the greenhouse back together. We tried to operate with pure and true intentions. The person even tell you out their own mouth, like, oh, he was making me food. And listen, I can't help it. They think about Major Pain. Like, that's the mindset that he was coming with. Like, he was giving me food and being all nice, and it was making me feel all icky inside. Like, what the fuck? Nobody asked you to be all the little engine that could toot toot. Like, nobody asked you to do none of this wicked ass shit. And then when somebody show you acts of kindness, you try to make it was making me feel all looky inside. What the fuck? Okay, Major Pain. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you know, we embark on this journey with love, light, and the greatest level of peace. You know, even the cops was baffled, you know, the cops was baffled when we sat down and sat down Indian style and they surrounded us. They were baffled. They were like, just get off of the live and we can talk. No, I'm good. We're good. We're okay. So I continue to operate like that, continue to be like in that level of operation, and everything, and once again, like The situation is what it is. We still have the same ways that you can support. We still have the GoFundMe's up. I think the GoFundMe's are still connected. I have to check and see. We might have to put a whole new one up. I'm not sure. But we are going to put together a nice projectile to like the whole growth of like the whole homestead thing. Like, what is the objective of this? I think we can go after like government grants and different things like that if we put this whole projective together, uh, and go after investors like, millionaire investors that want to embark on this type of journey project with this collective, so on and so forth. So we're going to start really reaching out to people now and really trying to get like bigger players at this table. None of this small time stuff that you see going on right now. Like, no, we're going to sit down with some greater faces and try to actually embark on this journey of peace. This is a brand, this is an image, this is a forever journey, um, and all of us is a part of it. Like, we all came into this with different variations of understanding of yearning for a level of unity, connection, so on and so forth. And I just want to say, like, we got to keep going with it. We got to keep on going. We got to push past the bullshit. We got to push past the whatever that's going on right now. You see it. There's going to come a time where this learning is going to have to be given back. This knowledge is going to have to be given back, and we have to build this in preparations for it. In preparations for the time that they're ready. The people are going to be ready for it. They might not be ready for it now, but the ones that's ready for it is because you're becoming an ascended master. So you have to go through the things that the pioneers had to go through for you to be that for the next generation, so on and so forth. For you to be a beacon of light, you know what I mean? You got to horn in on your abilities, and you got to be that diamond in the rough, however you want to look at it. So a lot of things is changing, but it's changing for the better. You know what I mean? Uh, okay. So yeah, so we're gonna push for the podcast. We're gonna push for like the whole full-time bit around this, and we're gonna need each other's support as much as possible. It could start with this page, it could start with one page, and we'll grow from there. We have to get those who are not afraid to get out on a panel, speak, stand in this. A lot of y'all want to play in the dark just to see which way this go, see if he fail or succeed. If he succeed, watch how many people come out the woodworks and act like they were here from the beginning. If he fail, watch how many people jump ship and say, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. So, that's why I say like gratitude in it all, because I like the challenge. I always, stand, you know, whenever it's time, I'm always going to stand and put my feet in the flames first. So however this works out, I know that you guys can't do anything to stop me from achieving different variations of ascension processes within myself. So that's the best thing to know, right? A lot of people think that other people can stop them from their spiritual gifts, or other people block them from what the universe has for them. But once you realize that other people can't block you from that, other people can't stop you from that, you achieve a great thing with inside yourself. 'Cause a lot of people, they say, let me pray over you, or let me do this, or let me do that. And you're like, what? Nah, I don't know who you praying to. I don't know where that prayer going to. I don't know if that's cool. Like, so a lot of times you have to be cautious of those who want to speak, prophesied about your life. They painting your life out to be what they want. A lot of people will try to make you out to be a liar, a thief, some type of conniver, some messed up thinker, just based off of their image, or how they want to perceive it to be, or perceive you to be. You know what I mean? Um, However you look at it. So in my mind, it's like greater things is happening, and we're all embarking on this journey. And really, if you allow it, or allow yourself to embrace it, then it can be a great thing. But if you sit there and you try to go against this or whatever, like it's a wave. So you have to ride that wave. I'm not saying stay in depression, but sometimes that sadness comes. Like when I realize like how much hurt, pain, and so much is in the world, like I go through a moment of sadness. Like, you know what I mean? I cry for the world. You know, sometimes when I'm watching cartoons or watching movies and stuff like that, something sad will happen and like a wave of emotion has just hit me. And I'm sitting there, you know, holding back tears, all choked up and stuff. And I get mad at myself because I'm like, why am I letting this movie do this to me? Like I know it's a movie, but man, it's just so sad. Did you see? They didn't make it home, you know? And I'll just be like, you know, so I think if we all just have these different moments of enlightenment with inside of ourselves to know like what's bothering us, you know, a lot of people sit there with misplaced anger and so on and so forth because they don't know what's bothering them. And so they frustrated at this, or, you know, it's like that person that's mad, but so they just come in and, you know, kick the cat or, get mad at the dog or, you know, sometimes, you know, you get people who take that out on their kids. It's like they're having a bad day at work, you know, and they like, I don't want to hear that shit. I already had a bad day at work. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Da, 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 you know, or I already gave up my life for you when I had you. Like you got people that creates different scenarios to, put their feelings and emotions on people, take their feelings and emotions out on people, so on and so forth. So you got to be careful of that in this world, especially right now. You got to have real spiritual discernment. You have these monsters walking around and they're doing all these monstrous things and they think it's okay because nobody's saying nothing, nobody's speaking up, nobody's pointing it out, nobody's holding them to, integrity, nobody's holding them to, accountability or nothing like that, So I think we really need to start holding each other towards a level of accountability, so that way people could take accountability for their actions and so on and so forth. I think the world would be a greater place if more people take accountability for their actions, for their fuckery, for their bull crap, you know, and we might not have it as much as people take accountability for it. Because once you take accountability for it, it's like back in the day, my mom and them used to say, like, when I used to say sorry, they say, don't say sorry. Sorry just means you're going to do it again. You know what I mean? And that's true, because if you say sorry, that means you telling you, I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry. A sorry person keeps on doing the same thing over and over again. You apologize. Apology means that you're learning from the mistake and you don't want to repeat it again, right? Sorry, just I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And if you notice, a lot of people that says like I'm sorry, they start ending up like constantly saying it. It's like battered women syndrome or whatever it is. Like it's like I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's because like it broke a piece of you. You know what I mean? But you're not sorry. So when you apologize, you don't do it again. It's like I apologize, because you're learning from your mistakes. You're learning from that. Or sometimes you might learn that person. So your apology is not for you, it's actually for them. Like you apologizing for them because they didn't take your gesture, your notion, or your act of kindness for what you really intended it to be, or whatever. Because a lot of perceptions of this world is based off of one's ability to to their mind, or their capabilities. Like I can't expect someone else to perceive what I perceive, because my mind might be extensive. My mind might be, great, or be open or whatever. A lot of people are closed minded. But man, when you look at this, I'm so tired. Man, we got 3 minutes to midnight. 3 minutes to this year is over with. 3 minutes to this year is over with. One's in the chat if you're ready to embark on a new journey. Anybody got New Year's resolutions that they made? Like, did you make any New Year's resolution? Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's.
Love is a special thing. make you say, wanna know when you know it's real. Makes you cry, what you can't deny is more than sex appeal. Take me up with air that's higher. Pick me up, water, fire. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the beat of love. Boom, boom, boom. Echoes the beat of love. You can feel it in your heart. It was there right from the start. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the beat of love. What a treasure, love. So much pleasure, love. Is I have, I need. Is an aura change.
I don't know.
Has an
I
infinite
make up with the knot.
range. From above is guaranteed.
I don't think the knot is blocked
So
on this
take me
page. I don't think the knot is blocked. I don't know.
with air that's
I don't know what
high,
make
and
up with the
pick
knot
me
means. Like that's a grown ass
up,
person.
water,
So it's
fire.
like
Boom, boom, boom. There goes the beat
I
of
don't know what make up with the knot means.
boom, boom, boom. It echoes the beat of love.
You go talk to the knot, okay? You go talk to the knot. Alright? And I can't make up with something I didn't break
There goes
up.
the beat of
You know what I'm saying? So you go talk to the knot. And you tell the knot to make it right. Okay? Cause he be calling my phone. Like, he weird. He was talking. He called my phone. Is he on Twitch? He be gaming? He be gaming on Twitch, or he just be talking shit on
Once
Twitch?
you get a taste, you gon' crave more and more.
I seen him gaming one time. He is terrible at the game. Talking about he's gonna play
There
shit.
goes the beat of love.
Yeah, he's terrible at the game. Gaming is not him. Hey, Happy New Year! Happy New Year's! Happy New Year's! Look at the
There goes the beat of love. Boom, boom, boom. Echoes the beat of love. You can feel it in your heart. It was there right from the start. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the beat of love. Boom, boom, boom. There goes the beat of love. Boom,
game.
boom,
Hold on.
boom.
Is this the countdown, or did the countdown already happen? I tell him to get Arc Raiders, man. Everybody's playing Arc Raiders now, man. If you keep Arc Raiders, he might be able to get some numbers. You gotta find a new game to try to make it a thing. You know, Arc Raiders just came out in October. I don't know. He might. I don't know what to tell him, you know, because you know, I can't help somebody who act like they don't need help, don't want help. You know, I can't. You know what I mean? Make peace with somebody who always want to make war. Like, I don't know how to. You know what I mean? You gotta remember, everything is up to him. Like, this is not. When you helping people, like when you out here and you having a church, like crystals, walk or whatever, they gotta want to operate. Not me. I didn't do anything wrong. He allowed whatever group.
Cause I'm for you, and you for me too. Yes, I need you, and you need me too. You must be heaven.
You think he changed? You think? How you think he
Thought
changed?
I was living life, then I met
Come on,
you.
Twilight. How you think he changed? You been following the knot like that?
Feelings cut like a knife, could not forget you. Everything that I thought I knew was wrong. Who'd have known I missed out on love for so long? In that moment, it was crystal clear.
If you think he changed, then you should be able to go to him.
You must
Say,
be heaven sent.
make peace with Ralph Kawhi.
If heaven is a bind, you must be heaven sent.
If you think he changed,
Cause
you
I'm
should be
for
able to
you,
go to
and
him
you for
and
me
say,
too. Yes, I need
go
you,
make
and you need me
peace
too.
better together. Like,
You
know
must
what?
be heaven sent. I thought I had everything. I had the perfect plans. balancing total peace and
No.
all of life's demands.
I'm looking at it.
Never
No.
knew
If
that
you really
I'd
think
plan
he's
for a
changed, you
life
should be able to
so
go to him
fake.
and
Thank
say,
God that now I'm wide awake. In this moment, it's crystal clear. If
I
heaven
should
is in your
call the
mind,
last number that he
you
called
must
me
be
from right
heaven
now while we live.
sent. If heaven
Will he
is a
pick up?
bind, you must be heaven sent. 'Cause I'm for you, and you for me too. Yes, I need you, and you need me too. You must be heaven sent. With you I'm achieving, now I'm believing we have
Oh, that was on
something so
TikTok.
real. With you
He
I'm
stopped by my live on
excited, and
TikTok.
I am reminded heaven's more than how you feel. If heaven is in your mind, you must be heaven sent. If heaven is a bind, you must be heaven
It's
sent. 'Cause I'm
That man
for
lives in
you,
his ego.
and you're for me too.
As soon as
Yes,
you
I
go to
need
him and
you,
bring me up, he's
and
gonna
you
curse
need
your
me
ass out.
too.
Watch.
You must be heaven sent. If heaven is in your mind, you must be heaven sent. If heaven is a bind, you must be heaven sent. 'Cause I'm for you, and you for me too. Yes, I need you, and you need me too.
No. You know,
You must be heaven sent. 'Cause I'm for you, and you for me too. Yes, I need you, and you
you better
need me
expect it.
too.
You better
You
expect it.
must be heaven sent.
You know, curse your ass out, say Danny Robinson sent you. Like this shit out of
I'm not allowed to say murder, you killed him. I've got to say rape for sexual assault. I want to say murder. Oh yes, you killed him, but I'm gagged and it ain't my fault. Can't talk, 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 can't talk. I know the truth is hard to swallow, but these rules we need to follow. Omission still allow you be in trouble if you don't comply. What about freedom? God-given freedom. I'm talking about freedom. Freedom from Babylon. Murder, you killed him. Great for sexual assault. Murder. Oh yes, you killed him, but I'm gagged and it ain't my fault. Can't talk, 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 can't talk. Now we reading between the lines with emojis, all these signs we babble, 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 babble on. It's like freedom is babble gone. It's all about freedom, God-given freedom. I'm talking about freedom. Freedom from Babylon.
Yo, that's why that we was making. Yo, we was making hits, man. Yo, we was making hits. How y'all break up the group, man? We was making hits. Y'all came and stole my music, people, man. I know y'all came and stole them. I know y'all sent me messages. I know y'all sent Katya messages. I know y'all sent these people messages. I know y'all did. You know what I'm saying? They snuck away. Act like they worked for other people. But we was putting the hits. We was putting the music on Spotify. We was doing that over here.
Oh yes, you killed him, but
Hey,
I'm
y'all
gagged
stole
and
me
it ain't
out.
my fault.
Man, y'all jump shit. Y'all jump shit, man. Damn.
World has
Well,
lost
that's
its
on.
mind, running wild, trying to find more money, more time to fix the loss, make it alright. It ain't easy, this life, blinded by false light, feeling dead inside. But there's hope for wrongs to be made right, long as we can stay living collectively today.
Damn.
All we want, all we need, all we ever really wanted was you. All we ever really needed was you. You, I love you.
Listen to that tune.
Another year,
Come on.
another tear,
Huh?
another word, another ear. Wisdom only speaks to understanding that can't hear. Even by only seeing makes the vision unclear. High tides of love will flood the Atlas family is one. All we want, all we need, all we ever really wanted was you. All we ever really needed was you. You, Atlas, you.
Man, that's so nice. Listen, man, we gotta get the music back up and going. We gotta do it again.
All we ever really wanted was you.
Listen to that. That makes you smile right there. You know what I mean? That's almost like that song, like, I'm not gonna write you a love song cause you asked for it, cause you need one. You know what I'm saying? That's got that type of vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Head in the water, and they asked me to breathe easy for a while. You know what I mean? See, Maggie and them still mad about the songs, you know what I'm saying?
Make it rain, make it rain. 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 Make it rain, make it rain.
You know, we're the first ones to, you know, drop the, you know, mixtape, looking them, you know what I mean? And we followed up with the damn. Huh?
You flip but dip the game, yeah. Well, you the only one to blame. Tell the crow she won't be twerking. All the lies you told ain't working. In your chat, them swords be lurking. Ready to chop, chop, chop your Birkin. We can see you playing lambs, but you built your shit on scams. Playing victim to make it rain.
Man, we was cooking in this
You were
section.
swimming in the sea of pain.
Huh?
Now stay in your lane.
We was cooking them up.
Clean your kitchen, girl, take that trash out. Bobblehead moves, always chasing the cloud. Talking tough online, but you cry when calls out. Said you need thick skin, now you're begging for coins.
We was cooking them.
When you step in the joint, we see through the act, don't bark, no bite. You can't dim our shine, we the truth in the light. Wise out, not just hooting stuff up. Throw shots online, now you crying, that's enough.
Damn. We was
This
cooking them.
one's for no nuts. The fraud, the faker, the coward. Let's go. No nuts, you a threat, that's a comedy skit. Act hard in person, but you never commit. Sniffing that powder, trying to boost your flame, but your
Man,
brain
we was
glitching,
cooking them up
lost
in
in the
this section.
game.
My man, my man, my man. You say it on loop like it's part of the plan.
We wrapped them all up.
Delusional stalker, can't take
And
a
then
hint.
Karma got
You a
their
trick
ass.
old bad built
That was the beauty of it. We was wrapping them up with laughter and shit, and then Karma was biting their ass in the butt.
ass bitch. Light lizard lurking, smelling like regret. Trying to come for Atlas, girl, place your bet. Bad built bitch with a stale taco wilted lettuce between your legs. Big rig queen with a brain on E. You chase that man like a damn fiend. Pop a pill, sis, you off
We
your
was
meds.
cooking them
The
up in
voices
this
talking,
section.
they all in your head.
They did not know what to do with us.
Somebody check on this chick. She fell for a man who hit reverse quick. My man, it's getting pathetic. He dodging you like bills and credit. My man, Donut don't want you, please understand. Donut don't want you. He wants his member to be covered in doodle. You rode the short bus, never learned the route. Jump in deep waters, forgot how to get out. Gasping, grasping, now you yelling names.
Damn, we was hurting feelings and laughing and having a good time at the
same. That ain't hate, it's facts. You chasing a ghost with emotional cracks. Back it up, trucker, park in reverse. You need a psych, evolving a nurse. My man, sounding like a broke down fan. Go cry in your cab, clutching a plan, but baby, he ain't your man.
We just was cooking up in this sector. Y'all can't say we wasn't.
You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the
One whole year we did what we. And listen, our numbers is growing. Our numbers are still growing. We still got room to grow. You know what I'm saying? We still got so much that we have to achieve. You know, we haven't even like scratched the surface yet, really. You know, haven't even scratched the surface yet at this YouTube thing. You know, we only just was like just a niblet. We just got a niblet of it. You know what I mean? It was just a niblet. That's it. You know? But we got so much further to go with this. So much further to go. So much further to grow. You know? Look at Danny Robinson trying to come out with a 2025 year-end review. The receipt, the growth, the truth. This is why I say they be copying so damn bad. Like now the receipts, shut up. You manipulated and you falsified everything. At least on our end. You know what I mean? If she was honest or even had any type of, you know, anything like moral compass, like in telling the truth. You know, no, you let those cash apps and money orders, whatever it is that you get, and, you know, determine how you go about, you know, putting your truth out there. But I guess it doesn't really matter. You're gonna get exposed eventually. You know, just like all the other ones got exposed. It's gonna be so beautiful. I can't wait. We got a lot more cleaning up to do. We got a lot more cleaning up to do. All right. We still got a lot more cleaning up to do. We got a lot of songs though. This the one that started it all though, right here. Was this the first one? No, this wasn't the first one.
Let's make sure we protect each other's mental mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love. God wins.
Year
Keep
in
your
review.
vibrations high and watch how your blessings pour in.
Funny.
We are a loving family built on love. Our vibrations
And if you're doing it today, it would be a look back at last year. It would be a year in review because the year is already over with. So it would actually be a look back at last year.
We
You know
are
what I
the
mean?
Atlas family.
But hey,
We are the Atlas family. We are the Atlas
I'm not the one doing it.
We are the Atlas family.
Boom, boom, boom.
We are a loving family built
Year in
on
review.
love. Our vibrations are high. We're all the way up. We are a loving family built on love.
Look, if nobody told you that they love you today, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. I'm gonna say I say salutations so long. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater in reality. Don't let them tell you you're not great. Look, happy New Year's, man. I look forward to the growth and development that we will have during this New Year's. I look forward to seeing all you guys during the New Year. And loving light to everybody out there, man. There's so much growth, so much development, so much more understanding to have and develop, man. I look forward to gratitude. I look forward to, the spiritual path. I look forward to letting go fear. Remember, 95% of your fear don't even exist. You know what I mean? You have a 5% to a 3% chance. There's actually 97% of your fear that don't exist. The 3% chance of your fear coming true in this existence. So if 3% is controlling you in this world, then that's a shame that you're allowing 3% to control you. So, come on out of that fear and,
We are the Atlas family. We are the Atlas family. We are the Atlas family. We are the Atlas family.